Welcome to the Diaspora here on the NTA. This week we're reaching you from Dakar in Senegal, where Nigeria is making every effort to boost relations with Senegal. And of course, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyama, visited Dakar to meet with government officials here on various issues. We're going to be telling you about that and of course, bringing you some highlights about Nigerians living and working in Senegal. Welcome. I am Makut Simon Machan. Now let's begin with highlights of the minister's visit to Dakar, Senegal, where, like I told you, the minister was here to rejig relations between Nigeria and Senegal. And of course, Nigeria and Senegal has a binational commission which has been moribund for almost 20 years. But the two nations are ready to revive that. And so here are highlights of the minister's interactions with government officials in Dakar. Diplomatic relations between Nigeria and Senegal go back to independence, and the two countries have continued to work closely. They set up a mixed commission in 1985, which first met in Lagos and then in Dakar, Senegal in 1999. Since then, the commission has not met again. This meeting between the Nigerian Foreign Affairs Minister, Geoffrey Onyama, and his Senegalese counterpart, Sidiki Kaba, is aimed at refreshing the commission and giving it new momentum.
Right through, so many other leaders have always worked very closely together and have always shown tremendous solidarity and a commonality of vision. A vision that they have always shared for Africa, for our sub-region, our bilateral relations, and a global vision.
As we have two countries who have good relationship, we decide now we will meet before the end of the new year.
At a press briefing, the two foreign affairs ministers recalled the role Nigeria and Senegal played in restoring democracy in the Gambia and also spoke about the example expected as the two nations go into elections in 2019.
Mr. President is going to practice what he preaches, and he appreciates probably more than anybody else the importance of free, fair and transparent elections.
Discussions during the meetings are revolving around trade, security, tourism and culture, transportation, among others. Recent discovery of oil and gas reserves in commercial quantity in Senegal has raised hopes for revenue generation and potential challenges of managing it. During the visit of Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Minister Geoffrey Onyama to Senegal, where he met with President Macky Sall behind closed doors, the minister was also at the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, where he met with the Minister Mansour Kane.
As you know, we just discovered a lot of oil and gas, and in order to take advantage of the experience of Nigeria, I think we have to work with our counterpart in Nigeria through the Minister of Foreign Affairs to learn how to avoid some mistake.
And of course, our president has been also a Minister of Petroleum and has managed the Petroleum Trust Fund. So we have a lot of experience in government with regards to petroleum, and it's an experience that we're prepared to share. And the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will do everything possible to bring the two sectors together, the Nigerian petroleum sector and the Senegalese one, and have a win-win situation for the two countries.
This new level of cooperation on oil and gas is expected to be a major part of the revived Nigeria-Senegal Binational Commission when it meets in 2019. Now, there are many Nigerians living and working in Senegal, and of course, as the minister is talking with government officials, the Nigerian community here is resonating with that ambition. And so we spoke to some leaders of the Nigerian diaspora here in Senegal. We first started by asking them why they came to Senegal and of course what they're doing here.
Yeah, I have been quite long here, like 27 years. So, you know, most of the time I came through my dad, who came to Kaulak for Maulud. Then he decided to drop me down to learn Quran. After that, I squeezed up and started making business of my own. Wow. Then, after 15 years, home absent, there was one good ambassador, Ambassador Sule Buba, is from Zaria. When he was interviewing me like we are doing, he said, "Are you supposed to go and see home?" I went home, and it's like just he took me somewhere in paradise because I was about lost. When I came here, I was full grown. To go back home again to start from zero, I better do what I know here. We buy skin from people coming from Mali, or here we buy skin, we sell it to people. They carry it to Nigeria, carry it to India. This has skin, so we do that business. Sometimes again, I open a tailoring shop, and I took it to. I took it to Nigeria.
I'm about 22 years here in Senegal, so I'm not a new man here in Senegal. And why I'm here is just to find a good time with my family, because before I was here, I'm just alone. Later, I married, and all my children, they are born here, and they are schooling here. And by the grace of God, we are all together. So, Senegal is a very nice place to accommodate people, I may say. Because for me, staying 22 years or 23 years here, and I doesn't have any problem with any one of them.
How is life here generally? What business do you do, so to say? And how is life treating you here?
Yeah, I'm dealing with motor spare parts. And life is just easy for us, I may say, but not quite easy like that, because nothing is so easy like that, especially in Africa. Nowhere is easy like that. But by the grace of God, we are moving forward. We are trying our best to meet up life.
Yeah, I came here through a friend of mine, and you know, he invited me here. So, and when I arrived here, to God be the glory, he introduced me because he was doing the business of hair salon. So I'm now also into the business also. So at the end of the day, in the long run, I joined him in the business, and at the end of the day, I made it. At least I can say I'm still average about the business now.
I wanted to travel out because I was formerly in Spain. So when I came back to Nigeria, there were some little challenges. So I had to just be in Nigeria. Now a friend just told me that, okay, if I'm not fine staying in Nigeria, I can come to Senegal. Settling here is as easy as anything, because the Senegal government is what the Senegal government is about is for you to be a law-abiding person. When you are law-abiding, everybody here loves you. You see, they have a language they use. They said, "Paye de teranga." Paye de teranga means a place of love, a place full of love. So now when you are here, you are law-abiding. Settling down is as easy as anything.
Now the next question we ask these Nigerians is, of course, what the reception is here for them. How are they received by the Senegalese? And of course, what are the opportunities that are available for them in Senegal.
We, Nigerians will be Nigerians everywhere. Whether in Europe or in Africa, Nigerians are always Nigerians. Well, we have over 10,000 Nigerians in Senegal, registered in Senegal, even with the embassies. We still portray our cultures here. We still portray our good image. There are still some few of them that are still on the other way. I don't want to mention some names. Wherever you see Nigerians, they have a kind of they want to dominate. Not because they really want to dominate, they are really on top of whatever they are doing. So by so doing, it provokes envy and jealousies among some of the nationals here. Beside me, behind me, there is a barber salon. There is no way you can see a barber salon that is as equipped as that type with a Senegalese here. Nigerians, they invest and they want to make the difference. So it's making the...
You say we are living peace here. We don't have any problem with Senegalese people or Senegalese authority. The people, they are gentle to us. They take us as they are indigenous of Senegal. They don't have problem about us. Anywhere you go, the first thing you do, you respect the law of the country. When you respect the law of the country, people will respect you. That's the problem. We are respecting the law. And it is very difficult to find somebody that go to the police station. No, we have peace. If something happen, we know how to find solution so that we can manage it and solve it. We don't have any problem about the authority of Senegal.
Because this place is a very small country, but they are lawful. They respect the law. So we thank God for that. That is why I think my business is going fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, in your interaction apart from business, is there any form of challenge like maybe discrimination or anything that is a problem to you because you are a Nigerian? Or because you are not from Senegal?
Yeah, that's a problem of a black man anyway. Blacks, we hate ourselves. In times of discrimination, in fact, it's in a high rate here. Individual, like Nigerians, I think Nigerians are blessed. So anywhere we go, with little effort, God blesses us. So the indigenous, the Senegalese are very much discriminating in a higher level. But all what we have as our confidence is that when you go to the law, like the police, sometimes if you know your right, if you know what you believe, if you know your right, in fact, they will respect you. So we are hardworking people, so Africans. But why I said blacks is that you also see some other people, like the Chinese, like the Lebanese. The discrimination from the indigenous is not on a high level. But when they see a black progressing, they try to mingle and try to destroy your image, especially we Nigerians. You know our name now. So anywhere you hear Nigerian, they think maybe he's dealing on illegal business and all that. So that is the discrimination we are suffering here. That's all.
But is it true that some Nigerians are doing bad business here? Is it true? Is that perception correct?
Well, my brother, as the secretary of the Igbo welfare, the Igbos here, that is not to say that there's no good Nigerian here. We have a lot of them, thousands of them. But I can still say that some of them also deal on illegal business. So, but the Senegalese are trying to generalize everything to everyone, which is not normal. Because in every country we have the good people, we also have the bad. So, but they discriminate by generalizing the problem to every other person, which is not correct.
So what are you people doing as leaders of Nigerians here to ensure that those who are here behave well and those who are coming are guided to do what is right here?
As an association, we used to visit because we have some village, local and state communities here. So we visit them one after the other. From their executives, we talk to them that it is good to respect the land of the law, the law of the land. Because here in Senegal, as I said before, it's a place that they respect the law. Everybody is afraid not to do something that is illegal. So you have to respect them because this is their country. So that sometimes we go to the extent that if you had a problem, like you are dealing on illegal business, we and as an association will not pay you a visit. Yeah, we will not encourage that. But if your problem is that you were intimidated, we will make every effort to see that you are released. So that is the much we can do. And also we that are in the business area, we also try to convince individually and all that even in the association, if we find out that you are not dealing on legal business, it is difficult to accept you as an Igbo, especially the Igbo community, which I know very well. So we don't accept, even in our constitution, there's no room for you to do an illegal business and you are a member of the association. So that's all we are doing for now. Yeah.
Oh, I've never gotten any challenge in operating my business here because these are here. When you get every document required from you, when you get every document you needed to operate here, nobody disturbs you.
You know, everywhere you go, your behavior is your own hand luggage. Even if you are in prison, inside prison, you will be safe if you get another attitude you want to stay. Like in Senegal here, they are friendly, but they have a limit. If you don't want to have problem with them, you go very far from their women, go back far from their politics. Then you will be okay with them. And when they are debating on their own issue, personal issue, just to be good in listening. Don't comment. Sometimes television people, Senegalese television people, we used to come. We are oppositions. We are facing problems. We say, no, we don't have card to vote here. We cannot comment anything.
By some coincidence, Nigeria is going into elections in 2019, and so also is Senegal. But of course, our concern with the Nigerians living here is what they think about politics back in Nigeria. Here are some of their views about 2019 general elections.
As we are approaching the election time, it is for us to be conscious of what we want to do. We Nigerians should know whom we are voting for. We shouldn't accept for the politicians to buy us.
If the Nigerians will love each other, because here in Senegal, the problem of tribalism we have in Nigeria and religion is not yet in Senegal. For instance, in Nigeria, I'm an Igbo man. I have friends that are Yoruba, because there are also many. I have few friends who are Hausas. But we see ourselves as Nigerians, we love ourselves, we visit each other. But it's not like that in Nigeria. So, like this election you talked about, problems of, oh, I will vote for him because he's an Hausa. I vote for him because he's an Igbo man. I think that is the problem we have in Nigeria. Let us come to the round table and know that we are brothers and sisters. God that brought us together, the tribes in Nigeria, know why he did it so. And we all came from one person, just like the Muslims here, we always tell you, from one Adam and Eve. The religions, we believe that. So why is it that there is division?
When we vote for a better person to lead us, it will bring us back our right back. And when we get our right back, our children will get respect. So that's why I used to advise our people to be very wise, to vote wisely, to stop this time around voting for a party. That they should vote for a person. Because sometimes these politicians, when they will wear the shirt of the party, when they finish voting, they carry that cloth of party, they keep it down, they carry their real color, because you cannot vote them out again.
Now let's talk to the Nigerian ambassador to Senegal, who gave us an insight into his dealings with Nigerians here in Senegal.
Arrival and visit of the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs of Nigeria to Senegal, where he met his counterpart. But it was intended to ensure that Nigeria-Senegal relationship is brought to a higher level. So they discussed issues of bilateral interest to both countries, and they made sure that all the outstanding memoranda of understanding between the two nations are brought to the fore and looked into, which are viewed to ensuring that the joint commission between the two countries is brought to a higher level.
How significant is this visit in changing the dynamics of the relations between the two nations?
The status of the documents, right, have been, and it's been there, and it has not been practicalized. So now the visit has enabled the two ministers to look at all the gray areas and to ensure that everything is put in the right and proper perspective to enable the two countries take their relations to a higher level.
At the moment, what is the picture of the trade relations, business relations between Nigeria and Senegal? What's the picture like? And are you satisfied with it?
It's very good. We have the highest single investment is of private investment in this country. One of them is the Dangote cement factory, which is producing, and it's quite. We are quite comfortable with that. We also have Nigerian banks. They are all engaged in businesses here. It facilitates Nigerians able to do their businesses and also to be able to move their money and do trading here and there without risking all the what it entails when you have to move money and stuff like that. With having Nigerian banks and they have their account in Nigeria and they are doing business here and the same bank is here, it facilitates a lot of this. There are many companies, Nigerian companies, that are coming in and so on. With these trade agreements, you will now have more companies and factories and manufacturing developing, and that kinds of bring closer relationship when you have Nigerian companies in Senegal and Senegalese working in the company and there is interaction. And
give us a general picture of the nature of Nigerians living here, their numbers, where they are found, what they are doing, and so on.
The Nigerians living in Senegal can be categorized into 2 or 3. They are students, there are those who are in the private sector, informal sector, and there are those working in the international organizations, and they've well established the UN and other institutions in town, and they have been able to make their mark. And there are Nigerians who have stayed for a very long time here. They've intermarried and they are involved in a lot of trading. You know, locally, there are those who get involved in buying and selling hides and skin. They transport from here down to Nigeria, buy fish, dry fish, and take to Nigeria, and buy also clothes, dresses, and everything. Wears Senegalese bubu, is very popular in Nigeria, and all this they import to Nigeria. They export to Nigeria rather, and they import from Nigeria what Senegalese like spare parts and so on and so forth. Most of the issues they have is just they have free access to the mission. As you can see, even this morning, as early as 7 I'm here, and they all come in and do their identity cards, they renew their passports, and so on. So we don't, and they have very, very powerful unions that take care of their immediate needs when they have. But if it's beyond the union, they always come to the embassy, and the embassy obliges them with assistance and so on. Some people come in and they are stranded. We have special officers who handle these consular issues, and they ensure that stranded Nigerians and other Nigerians in need, the issues are brought forward, they are interviewed, and the mission always assists them to ensure that no Nigerian is stranded, and at times we repatriate them home.
And that's our program for this week. Thank you very much for watching. On behalf of the rest of the team and everyone who has made this program a success, I am Makut Simon Macham. Thank you for watching the program which came to you from Dakar in Senegal. And we invite you again to join us next time for another edition. Until then, it's bye for now.